Welcome to the Generation Elevation podcast, a conscious, connected platform for those who are ready to manifest their dream life. I'm your host, Elise Riley, a former PT, now motivational speaker, igniting empowerment and transformation all across the globe. Here at Generation Elevation, we are committed to bringing you the most inspiring guests who will share their stories, wisdom, and advice to help you progress closer to living a life of your own terms.
Everyone, welcome back to another episode of Generation Elevation. Today I am filming and recording here in Dubai. So I am here for part 2 of my trip, my solo travel update. And oh my gosh, so much magic has happened since I last recorded an episode. So I'm going to update you on things that have been happening. And I really, tuning into this now, feel that this episode is going to be all about how to trust your intuition and the signs and synchronicities of day-to-day life. So with that said, let's get into it. If you are a long-term listener, I just want to start by saying thank you so much for tuning in and supporting my show. I really appreciate you being here every single week and showing up and doing the work. Like, it is so admirable, and it's really cool that by me sharing my story, it also helps you guys in your own life, and whatever you take away, I trust that it's exactly coming to you at the right, perfect time. If you are new here, I just want to start by saying welcome to my show. I appreciate you also. And if you resonate with the episodes, definitely send me a message on Instagram DMs. Like, I reply to everyone that comes through there, and I'd love to hear your feedback and what you learnt from the episodes that you do tune into. So much love to you all, and let's get into this episode. So let's just start off by defining signs and synchronicities first of all, because there was so many in the last couple of days. Recently, I just finished a book called The Celestine Prophecy. Now, this is so different to what I would usually read because it is fiction. I'm used to reading non-fiction books about personal development and things like this, but this is a fiction book, so it's a story. And this story has philosophical principles weaved throughout. So essentially, this book is about this guy who had this friend tell him about a hidden manuscript in Peru, and the government was trying to stop society from finding out this 12 or the 10 rules to life via this manuscript because they didn't want anyone to know about it. They thought that it would affect and change the world, that these lessons were the secret to life. So this guy makes it his mission to go to Peru and try and find out the 10 lessons that are in this hidden manuscript. So he goes on this giant adventure and he finds each lesson, and he gets to, spoiler alert, he gets to nearly all 10 in this first book. And each lesson, it took me a while to get into it, is talking about seeing energy and how everything is energy, and how most of society will try and compete for energy in interactions. And if you tune in and you are present, then you are more susceptible to seeing energy play out. One thing that I thought was really cool, which is in the book and I've started to take away into my own life, because when I first started reading this book, I was like, I don't know why I keep reading. I don't know if I should push on. It's fiction. I'm not really getting into it. But once it started getting to the lessons, I was like, actually, these are things that I can actually use in my real life and just see what happens. I've been doing these things, and I kid you not, it is all working out so perfectly. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. So one of the things that I will share with you, so it's a bit of a spoiler if you haven't read the book already, is when you catch eye contact with someone, or you are drawn to specific people, or you meet someone, or you look at someone and they remind you of another, know that that is actually a synchronicity. Because you think about the millions and billions of people that are on this planet, I believe that we all come from the same roots, like a big giant tree of life, right? We are all on different branches. Some people you will never meet because they all are on a different branch. That humans individually are all leaves on a tree, and a lot of people are on different branches to you. However, there's a lot of people that are on the same branch that you might not even like realize they're on the same branch as you. And to be in, like, for example, a restaurant with specific people sitting next to a specific person on the train or the bus or at a cafe or training near someone in a gym at the exact specific time of day that you are there, I believe is a true synchronicity and never a coincidence, because that person is obviously there at that place at that time exactly when you are there. And the chances of that out of all the gazillion people there are in the world is so minute that I believe that it's your energy attracting your energy. So if there's people that you consistently bump into or see or are drawn to, but you've never actually said hello or looked up, or you've kind of caught their eyes, their gaze, and looked away and gone, oh my God, no, like I didn't mean to look at them for too long or whatever. Know that like these people are actually potentially your people that you're being guided to actually speak to. So I'm going to give some examples of that through my story of Dubai. Other signs and synchronicities that I share with clients and tell them to look out for is like triple numbers, numerology, angel numbers, all that kind of thing. For me, I make that that I am in alignment. So whenever I see triple numbers, like 1111 is a popular one, but for me, I'm currently seeing like 333, 444, quadruple 8. I was seeing a lot of today. These are all signs that you are in alignment. Now, other synchronicities are animals. So if you're having weird encounters with birds or bugs, like ladybugs, they're quite like synchronistic as well. If you ever go throughout your day, like I encourage you all to just go throughout your day and just play a game like as if you're a little kid and you're looking for the signs. So even if you think something is a sign that maybe society would tell you is not, or that's just like being silly, or that's just a bit woo, just write it down in your notes and write a note section of all the signs that you think you see throughout the day, and notice the themes that come to you, because there's so much information that our brain is filtering through every single second. When you ask for what you want in life, what you want to manifest, so let's say you're experiencing contrast, like something that you don't want. So maybe you feel lonely, so you then want to attract more friends or attract a lover. That is just an example. Then you energetically put out that frequency to call that manifestation to you. Your reticular activation system in your brain will start filtering all the data and information in your experience to show you more of the thing that you're focusing on. So whether you're focusing on the lack or the abundance of what you want, right, that will show you more of that wherever you're focusing on. So it is really important that we set it, and then we start to look at, okay, well, where are the signs and synchronicities that are coming up throughout your day to show you that? Because there's so many things that your brain is filtering through. The fact that you are being shown this movie or this book or this jingle, or you have this song stuck in your head, or you're seeing this triple number, or you're having a specific conversation, or you keep hearing about a certain thing, or you have this feeling that you need to go to this specific place, or you keep bumping into the same person, know that these are never coincidences, and most likely will lead you to exactly the path of least resistance to that of which you've asked for and what you want. So you must trust in those minute steps that are guiding you and leading you to exactly what you want. So that is one thing I do teach clients, is how to trust instead of letting fear get in the way and stop you, to tap into your heart and allow your heart to give you the courage that you need to trust your intuition and take those steps towards the manifestation that you want to create in your reality. So rant over about that. I wanted to share with you the other day, I'm sure if you've been on the media, you would know that there was huge storms here in Dubai while I've been here, and I am luckily very, very safe where I've been, and I haven't run into any issues or anything like that because I keep affirming like I'm the luckiest girl in the world, like everything works out for me. And I was like, okay, cool. Maybe I need to stay here for a couple of days. But I was adamant that on Wednesday, the 17th, I was getting on a flight. So I woke up that morning, went for a walk and decided I am not leaving this place without trying an acai bowl. Like I need an acai bowl this morning before I get to the airport. So out of the hotel, like I would usually go and train and have breakfast at like a totally different place. That day I was like, no, I need to find a smoothie bowl. So I went down, was guided to a place I'd never actually been to yet before, and then was waiting ages for this bowl. Now, what was really interesting is I saw this person sitting down at the cafe and I was like, I need to talk to them. Like, I don't care what happens. Like, I just really know that I need to talk to them. I was so drawn to this person, and not in a way of like this person was like glowing, not in a way of like attracted, like, oh my gosh, I want to go and get their number to hit on them. It was like, I just know I need to talk to this person. And then I was like in my mind, oh my God, like, no, Elise, like not again. I don't want to come across in a really wrong way. That is not my intention. I just want to make heaps of friends. And I started getting in my head about talking to this person. So I just left it. I was like, you know what? Leave it. Don't worry. Someone walked past me that worked at the hotel and I just said, hey, do you reckon it's actually physically possible to get to the airport today? And he was like, sorry, ma'am, I'm not sure. Like, let me go check for you. So he went to go check. And the person that I wanted to talk to chimed in and he was like, do not go to the airport today. I was like, oh, why not? And he's like, you cannot get there, showed me all of this stuff and warned me so much. He's like, just change your flight. So then got talking to him and he turns out to run lots of gyms here in Dubai. He's like, next time you come to Dubai, let me know and potentially you could run some events here. And it was like, wow, you know, if I didn't come down and get that smoothie bowl and if I didn't talk to him, I could have never had an opportunity there in the future potentially to run events. Whether that happens or not, I don't know, but it never would have happened if I never trusted my intuition to speak to him. Like, it was just like the Celestine prophecy and how when you're drawn to specific people, they have codes for you, they have messages for you, they have lessons for you, or it's just a nice, simple rendezvous. And yeah, this was just like such a cool little moment where I got to meet a new friend and also potentially have an opportunity for later if need be. So that was really cool. And I went back upstairs. I changed my flight to 3 days later. And then basically I had nowhere to go because my apartment or in the hotel that I was staying at was literally going to be so crazy because everyone had like extended their stays and then had new people coming in. So it was impossible for me to stay at that hotel and I didn't really want to anymore. So I mentioned in the previous episode that I had met two guys that from the UK out for drinks that I had never even met before. I literally was so hungry one night and went down and was really indecisive. So I decided to go along the boulevard and try every single restaurant's menu, have a look and see what I liked. And I ended up going into one and I saw this person come out and I was like, oh, I really need to talk to that person. But I was like, no, I don't want to be giving off wrong intentions or weird vibes. So I just left it. I ended up not eating at that place and then just kept going along the boulevard. And it was so awkward because it was like I was following these two guys. I was like, oh no, like they're going to think I'm following them. This is so embarrassing. You know, and I still get in my head about this kind of stuff too. And so I'm following, not following them because I want to talk to them, but I was like, no, like at least stop being so weird. And then literally one of them asked, are you following us, as a joke? I was like, no, I'm so sorry. I'm really hungry. I'm so indecisive. I don't know where to eat. And turns out they're also from the UK and they recommended me go somewhere for dinner. So I did. And they said, look, if you're around later, come meet us for some drinks, blah, blah, blah. So we ended up meeting up later, had some mocktails by this beautiful beach bar. And guys, kid you not, had the most beautiful conversation ever. Like these two guys, we had such a great conversation where it was so enlightening. It was one of those ones where you walk away feeling so uplifted. I felt so safe. They were respectful, especially traveling as like a solo woman. Like I don't want to come across in a way that is derogatory to any sort of gender. However, like for me, it's that huge societal stigma traveling alone as a female. Like you have to be safe when you're talking to people that you don't know in a different country, and that is like that programming, don't talk to strangers, it's unsafe. And for me, I've really had to rewire that to more so trusting my intuition. Like, does this feel exciting for me? Does this feel safe for me? And if it doesn't, knowing that I have full power to walk away before it does go anywhere that I don't really want it to. So that was a really special moment. And they said, if you get stuck, just message us, let us know. So I got stuck and I messaged them. They said, hey, no worries. We've got some space in our little apartment. Like, come and stay with us if you need. So I was like, all right, like, fuck it. If anything goes bad, I can leave. I full had intentions, like, just to be completely like friendly with them. And I felt quite safe, and they just let me stay in the room. They fully slept on the couch, and I was like, wow, like that is so nice. I didn't feel any sort of like pressure or anything. It was just so comfortable and safe. And these two guys, I kid you not, like felt like soul family. Like I'd met soul connected friends, and I was like, wow. You really don't hear about these types of encounters with people that you just randomly meet once off. And I just wanted to share that experience with you all, because one day I'll get them on my podcast and we'll share the story and you can hear it from their perspective. However, I wanted to share this with you because if I wasn't drawn to speaking to them that day, then that whole experience never would have happened. I never would have made two amazing new friends that I will catch up with in London. And it's kind of like I would be kicking myself looking back, knowing what I know now, if I didn't actually go and meet them and got in my head in fear and being like, oh no, like the classic stereotypical things that you can talk yourself out of a situation because you're scared that something could go wrong. And it's like asking yourself the question, okay, what if it goes right? And also tuning into your gut instincts, your intuition with all sorts of experiences, because sometimes you're going to be asked invited places, especially as a woman solo, and you will have the gut instinct and the feeling to be like, no, okay, this does not feel good or exciting or safe for me, and you can walk the other way. But for me, I truly felt so calm in the presence of these two guys, and it was completely platonic friendship, like just so beautiful. And I'm just extremely grateful for that whole experience. So they ended up leaving on the Thursday. So I ended up then going to another friend's apartment while he's in London, and I'm staying there here for the next 2 days, and I fly home tomorrow. And same thing again, like when you are open, when you are open in your heart to connect with other people, you then allow other people to be open to you as well. I feel that everyone that I've come across has been open because you attract you. And I just genuinely love people so much. I love learning about them. I love listening with them and talking with them about things that inspire them and move them. And that is why I have this podcast, because I want to bring on people that inspire me or intrigue me to then share these conversations with you all. Because like sometimes I'm in these convos and I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish that so-and-so or you guys could hear what we're talking about right now, because it's so inspiring. It is so thought-provoking, and who knows, you could be listening to an episode like this and then go, oh, okay, I'll look out for signs and synchronicities throughout my day. You might potentially meet your new best friend, which is literally what I've done. I've met some new best friends. It's so beautiful. And even today or yesterday, I was walking down the street and I just had this person come up to me and they're like, whoa, I love your vibe. And I'm just chilling with my bucket hat, doing my thing. And then they asked me like, what do you do? And I said, I'm a mindset coach. He's like, oh, I need your help. I was like, great. Here's my WhatsApp. And then ended up meeting this guy for breakfast this morning, and such a beautiful energy. Same thing, like no weirdness, just completely friendly, safe, comfortable, talking about all things spirituality, energetics, light language, mediumship, psychic abilities. and awakenings. And that was so beautiful to have completely spiritual, enlightening, high vibrational conversation with a stranger. And this is literally all because we both kind of locked eyes and felt like, I need to talk to you. And he felt like, I need to talk to you too. And then we had the most amazing conversation ever this morning for breakfast. And he's like, yep, I want to work with you. Cool, great, boom, done. And I'm sure I'll be seeing him very soon in the future as well. So these were like really beautiful, magical moments that I have had here in Dubai, all from just trusting of the people that I need to talk to. And so you could walk by everyday life and there's so many people that you walk past and you're on the train with, or in traffic with, or at the cafe with, or restaurant. But notice like the few people that you are drawn to, or that you look at, or you bump into frequently. Usually these people are giving off an energy, and maybe you can't see it. Maybe you don't really know what that feeling is. Maybe you just feel like you're just looking at them. But try not to second guess that you're just looking at them and pass it off as just that, because usually you're drawn to the people that are your people. And that is why I've easily and effortlessly been able to meet and make so many connections, whether that be in friendships or even just for my work, for clients, whereby I've just been open enough to trust that, okay, I need to talk to this person, or whoever I'm meant to meet, I will meet. And that is what my affirmation is. Whoever I'm meant to meet, I will meet. They will find me, I will find them. And that is what I affirm every time I go into a public space, where it be Dubai or a party or a festival or a restaurant or a birthday. I just trust, like, I don't need to talk to everyone. However, the people that I do need to talk to, they will come and find me, and I will find them, and it will all be okay. I know it can get really overwhelming where you're like, oh, if you're trying in business to make new connections and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can meet everyone, and what if I miss out? And it's like, no, you can never miss out on what is truly meant for you. And that is why I feel that the universe has pushed my trip back 3 more days, because I wasn't meant to leave yet, because otherwise I wouldn't have really gotten to know those 2 other guys that I'll get on my show. So I will name them when they come on my show, I promise. And then also the gentleman that I also met this morning as well. And then some 2 other friends that I have met through Simon. And it's just like, if I didn't stay that extra time, I would have missed out on all of those experiences. So I trust that I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. I do fly out tomorrow, so I'm really looking forward to getting back into London, getting grounded, and also sharing with you some new offerings that have been like coming through and I've been downloading while I've been meditating here in Dubai. I'm super excited to share with you some projects I've been creating over the next few weeks, and I really feel that there's so much abundance here that I have like cultivated from this trip, and also that now I want to share with you the lessons, the learnings that I have been able to access. I mean, this has been such an amazing trip. And if you're ever thinking of going to Dubai, like, one thing I do say is, and that I've realized, is that it is extremely safe, and that it is really important when you go to a space like this and you don't have any plans and you are solo, to get really grounded in your intuition and what that is and where to go, what is the difference between your head and your heart, so that when you are offered certain opportunities, experiences, things to do, or places to meet people, that you know whether that person's on your wavelength or not. And I think that's a testament to me and my abilities to completely trust in myself, knowing, okay, should I go and spend time with these people or not? Are they in alignment with me or not? Do I feel safe? Yes or no? And yeah, like, I did not feel pressured into anything that I was not open to, especially intimately. It was completely friendship with all of these experiences, and also for work. That is what really impressed me, because it did shift some programming that you definitely see online and through the media and through stories and things like that. So really, this whole trip has changed my perspective on a lot of things, especially talking to strangers and meeting new people, making new friends. And I'm really excited to get all of these people on my show over the next year to share these stories from their perspective and just keep showing you guys to remain open, to be your authentic self, and know that when you're on the leading edge of creation, that not many people are going to be there with you. So when you do have moments that you do synchronistically connect with people, you're following the signs to your goals, your manifestations, knowing that you're in alignment, you're seeing triple numbers everywhere, you're getting songs stuck in your head, you're getting the signs, whether that be through your dreams or anything. Know that there are other people out there too like you, and you will attract them only if you stay open, because they're probably the person that you sit next to every day on the bus, or that you train near every day at the gym. You look up and you smile at them and say hi, but that's it. Like, what would happen if you just extended that conversation? Hey, how are you? Or you compliment their outfit, or if you like it, obviously, and really make an effort to extend that connection with that person. What then opportunities could potentially open for you through that extension of the conversation? So hopefully that all made sense. And yeah, essentially the reason I share this is to make sure and encourage you all to tune into signs and synchronicities of your day. Write a list of notes on your phone of things that you think are a sign, even if you're like, that's not what Elise said was a sign, but I feel like it's a sign. Just notice the things that you pay attention to more, or the things that you just get drawn to in regards to your sight, and you keep staring at it and then you realize you're staring at it. Write it all down, and yeah, you'd be surprised at the themes and the breadcrumbs and that come up through that process and where it actually is leading you. So I highly recommend that process, and I trust that you all got something from this episode. If you did, please let me know. Send me a message on DMs. I love hearing your feedback. I love hearing what you took away from my show. And I just want to let you guys know I love you so, so much. And I'm super excited to see you all in the next episode. Big love. Mwah.
Thank you for being a part of the Generation Elevation community. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to leave a 5-star rating, written review, share, and tag me on Instagram at elise.riley. Until next time, keep loving, keep learning, and keep rising.